Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Influencers Network. We're doing it online, of course, situation going on in the world right now. So we're talking today with Charles Matthews Jr. We spoke last year. He is the founder of CMJ Entertainment, public speaking. He does events, hosting, everything in terms of the entertainment space. So Charles, thank you very much for sitting with me today.
Hey, how you doing, my friend? This is great to be here.
Yes,
You know how we have to do it. We're stuck inside, but we can still do business and we can
right.
still work out and do things that we normally do. We just have to switch our mindset. So it's great
That's
to be
exactly
here.
it. Yeah, and I was saying last year when you and I were speaking a couple of days ago, I was doing these interviews in person, but now I'm following your footsteps and doing them online. You've been on this track for a very long time, as if you saw this whole thing coming. So
Funny thing is radio and entertainment's always been in my blood. So
right.
when I saw that there's a platform to do this, I thought I got to get into it. I got to learn more about it. And the funny thing is, as you get into it, you're going to involve. You're going to change what you started off. Because I be honest with you, I've changed 4 times already. So it's not as what you think it is. I've changed 4 times already. So
Right.
yeah.
Of course, I definitely appreciate it. Give us some background about who you are, what you do, and how you got to where you are today.
Well, my name is Charles Matthews, and I started in entertainment. I actually started at a young age. I think
Right.
about 10. I was like, I love performing. I used to perform, dance like Michael Jackson, do
Right.
fashion shows, hair shows, you name
Music
it, anything
video as well.
entertainment, modeling, kids modeling. I
Yep.
just wanted to do in it. So after I got married, I realized that I love this entertainment. So a friend of mine, Nick Lampy from Andrews Formals, said, "Why don't you just, open up your own entertainment company and do events?" And I
Right.
thought, "Nah, he's crazy." I said, "I'm not getting into that." He says, "Just try it out." He says, "Do one, and if you like it, you'll keep going."
Mhm.
So I have to thank Nick
Thank you, Nick.
for
Thank you very much.
for pushing. Yeah, you know what I mean, for pushing me for doing this.
Right.
And I also have to give a shout out to Richard Banton from Radio Dubplate. We were on the radio together for many years on CHRY.
Yep.
So if it wasn't for those 2 gentlemen putting it together, I would have never, ever got to the level I am right now.
Of course. And I see behind you have a couple of awards as well.
Yeah, so last time we spoke,
Yep.
I won Event Planner of the Year 2018.
Congratulations.
And then now, again, back to back, I thank all my listeners, and I thank everybody for voting. I won it again for 2019. So I'm a 2-time event planner champion.
That's amazing. So what does it take to be an award-winning event planner like yourself?
You know what it is? At first, it was all about the glam for me. It was all about getting the perfect event, doing everything. But then as years went by, I realized the most perfect event is what the client can dream of.
Okay.
So let me back that up. Most event planners, when they're starting out, they try to do this grand event. They want this, they want that, they want this. Oh, we should do this, we should do that. But they don't really listen to the client.
Right.
Sometimes you want to put, like, say, get them into a limousine. You want to get them this, you want them and they're happy with just a town car.
Right.
So if you really listen to your client and figure out what the background your client wants, then you're doing the ultimate event for the client, because the client is the one that's paying you that will take it in more than trying to do this grand event. And that's not what they really wanted.
Of course. So there's a sales element to it as well. If your client asks for A, you try to give them the A they're looking for in the best way possible instead of A, B, and C.
That's correct. And that's what I realized, that I wanted to do the event so well that I was overdoing it, and the client didn't really want that. But because they were nice enough, they said, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was nice." But all they really wanted was the fine details. They wanted the simple stuff, and that's what made it special for them.
Right, of course. So how has the situation in the world now affected your business and what you're doing in your day-to-day?
Well, that's big, because I do special events. A lot of my events are getting canceled, postponed, moving to next year. A lot of my brides and couples, of course, they still want to get married. But the thing is, they're kind of nervous to see what's going to happen in June, July, and August. That's high season for weddings.
Right.
So some of them are holding off. They're being faithful. They're hoping, they're praying that, okay, it'll be done. And some of them are just saying, we're just gonna do it next year. So yeah, I'm taking a hit on doing events outside.
Yeah.
But then that's when you have to change your mindset and said, how can I still be relevant?
Hmm.
How can I still help other people do events? So I've been helping a lot of people do online events.
Okay, tell us about that.
So the concept is the same thing. People want to do an online event, just like an event at a hotel.
Hmm.
But the thing is, how do you do it so it attracts more people? How do you do it so you're catching the key points that everybody wants to do? Because the thing is, you cannot see them.
Right.
You can only see what they see on the video screen, like what we're doing right now.
The engagement isn't there the same way.
The engagement is not there. I can't touch the person. I can't shake their hand. But what I can do is give them the wow factor.
Okay.
Give them stuff that's included into the online event that they can interact with, that they're doing something. Because after a while, people don't want to just do this.
Right. Just watch.
They get bored. They
Right.
get bored. So you have to give them something that they're always A, being interactive with, B, give them something to do.
Yep.
Even though they came to the event, give them something to do. You know what I mean? Tell them,
Yeah.
okay, in this section, we want you to go to your house and grab the most precious something that you have and bring it back to the and join the rest of us.
Interesting. Okay.
So
So
you're actually getting them up to go do something,
right.
and then take that little break and then come back and then start it up back again.
That's a really cool idea. So the interaction is still there. They're still participating as part of a group, but from this
Right.
in the comfort of their own home.
And then the fine thing is too, you actually see your guests making your event much better because they're doing more interactive, they're hands-on, they're doing
Right.
stuff, and then you're like, oh, I didn't think of that, but I'm glad that person brought it into the show. It's a great event.
Of course. So do you see this being the future of your business, or would you go back to just in-person events if you had the opportunity?
To be honest with you, I see this being a lot of part of my business
Mhm.
only because I'm touching a lot of lives outside of Canada.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed is, I want to do special events around the world, but I'm not at that level.
Right.
But by doing it this way, I can go anywhere. As long as you have internet and you're looking for somebody to help you with your event,
Yep.
I can go anywhere around the world.
Expansion is that much easier, right?
It's that much easier. So I feel that this is the way that you're going to see a lot of businesses branching out.
Yeah.
Some businesses that are stuck in like one building, but they want to span out to another country and they don't have the funds.
Mhm.
If they really think about it, they can do it all from the comforts of their home, from their main office. You know what I mean? Like here's an idea. A company can take a small section within their own building and turn it into a satellite office.
Mhm.
So you hire 3 people, a secretary, online live to answer the calls.
Yep.
Once they pass the secretary, then you can actually send the person with a link to the salesperson next door. And from the salesperson, then you can move on to something else. With the setup, depending how you have it set up, you have a satellite office right there within your own building, and you didn't have to spend any more money to get another building.
Right. Yeah. So definitely takes away all the borders to working, to having to be in the office.
Right.
It's like someone else as well who now works from home and they used to work in the office. And I was thinking to myself, why would anyone have to go back to the office again if they have
Right.
an option now?
And the thing is, and they can do it both ways.
Right.
So you can have somebody that's in office and traveling.
Hmm.
Because after they they get a couple of clients overseas, then they make a date once every month where they go see them hands on,
Right.
talk to them one on one, have coffee with them one on one. But all the prelims, all the setup was done right here via internet.
That's crazy. So you don't have to be in the office or in one place anymore. Remote
No.
work is definitely the way of the future for that sense. That's very cool. So how would someone get into event planning in the same capacity that you're doing if they're fresh, brand new, they just want to change their business?
Well, the funny thing is it's you have to dive in.
Okay.
So let me backtrack. When I first started doing events, I was a floor manager. I was a busboy. I was a setup man. I was a dishwasher. I was a limousine driver. I was a gopher.
Yeah.
What else did I do?
You've seen all sides of the business.
I did everything. And what that did, it helped me learn little parts of everything.
Right.
So when I do events now and I'm emceeing events, because I love emceeing, that's my main body is emceeing.
Okay.
I know how long it takes for 200 people, 5 waitresses and waiters to clear a room
Mhm.
because I've been there. I've done that.
Right.
So when I'm emceeing, I know how much time I need to take, how much time to waste, how slow or how fast, how I can speed up. I always ask my clients, how many courses is it? Because then the courses let me know what I can put in to fill in. And especially if it's meat, fish, pasta, each course takes a little bit longer to serve.
Right.
So depending on how they're doing it, if it's French serve, is it plated, is it buffet style, knowing the industry the way I know it helps me out a lot.
There's a science to it.
There is always a science to it, yes.
That's very cool. Okay. That's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else that you want to share with us? Any projects you're working on now or hopefully in the future?
You know what it is? It's I'm doing the podcasting. I'm doing the podcasting like what you're doing.
Of course, yeah, tell us
Doing
about that, please.
Yeah, so I'm doing 2 shows. It's
Yep.
called Jump Podcast, where I take individuals that are doing great things in their lives and I showcase it them. There's a lot of people out there doing great things that we've never really heard about or noticed. So I wanted to bring them to my show so you can see them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second show I do is a morning show. It's called the Charles Matthews Show. And I just bring whatever you're doing, you want to talk about it, come to my show. I pull up your website. We talk about what's going on. We go over the net and we break down what you're doing just to showcase to other people what they can do.
People from any industry, any walk of life?
I don't care what it is, any walk of life. If you have something to say, you want to brand yourself, you want to market yourself, my goal is to market you and give you some clips to use for your own social media marketing. So I'll give you an example. A lot of people don't know how to do social media marketing.
Right.
They don't know what to do. So I'm going to flip the script on you. I'm going to interview you for a second, okay?
Okay.
So if I'm interviewing you, I would ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
And then I would take those questions and slice them up.
I see.
So just how you asked me about 6 or 7 questions, I would take those 6 and 7 questions, slice them up, and now you can drop them in your IG. You can put them on LinkedIn every Thursday because now you're giving your answer to the public.
So that one thing is a video in itself.
That one section of the question is a video on itself that you don't have to worry about making because I took the answer from you. So I know you do real estate. So I'd be like, okay, one question is, when's the best time to sell in the market?
Yeah, the best time is always right now. You never know how the market's going to change in the future. People were sitting on the market in February saying they'll wait until May, and here we are now with everything shifting in the business. So the best time is right when you think about it.
Okay, so I would take that section right there, and your headline in your IG would be, when's the best time to go into the market?
Right.
And then you drop that section that we just did on your Instagram.
And there's content right there.
And that's content right there for you. So what I do is I help people build their content. So I do like a half an hour show. And if I ask about, 17 questions, there's 17 weeks of social media content to build your business with your brand.
I like that. So how people do? Sorry, go ahead, please.
No, what I was saying is what I do is I also help you put your logo on it.
Yep.
I put some branding on it for you. I do some graphics for it. So now it's a proper video to put back out.
Okay. And you do the same thing for your interview show as well, right?
I do it for all shows. So if it's the interview show or the live stream or even the radio show, I realize that everybody doesn't have the key thing of branding.
Right.
But everybody has a great product. Branding is something that everybody needs to get it out there. So that's why we're here to help.
I like that. So how can people get in touch with you if they want to be on your show, get in touch with regards to event planning or anything else?
Well, you can go for event planning. You can go to cmjent.com. That's cmjentertainment.com. Or you can email me at info@cmjent.com. Or something, I love talking, like interacting with people. So just give me a call, 414-8964. Just give me a call and we can sit and talk and have some fun.
That sounds good. Charles, thank you for your time again. I always appreciate it. And I'm following your footsteps online with these interviews now, so I'm asking for some tips.
Listen, anytime. This is great, and you're doing fantastic work. And here's the one thing. If you just heard what he said at the end, he says, "I'm following in your footsteps. You know, if I can get some information from you." We need to do this more often. We need to bounce ideas off of each other in the industry, whatever industry out there. If there's another real estate person that's watching this, reach out to them.
Of
What's the
course.
big deal if two real estate people are talking about real estate? You know,
There's
you
no
can
scarcity here for
help each
sure.
other out, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to sell a house and you might not have something, and then you reach out to him and he has the perfect house for you, now you're both walking away giving a client what they want, and you
Yep,
both have food for next week for your families.
that's right.
So we need to do more networking, share our ideas, and help each other out. So anytime you need me, my friend, we're here.
Definitely appreciate that, brother.
All right, you take
Thank
care of
you. I'll talk to
yourself.
you very soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye for now.